And please be joined now by Sinclair Eaddy Jr., National Links Trust Senior Advisor and member of the USGA Executive Committee. We just saw Sinclair in that wonderful feature. Prior to your work in the golf industry, Sinclair, you worked in the private sector in asset management. What drew you to golf in the first place?
Well, when you work in the private sector, you're expected to volunteer your time. You're expected to give back, and golf has always been a big part of my life. And I wanted to give back to the game. And so, while I was working in the private sector, I was asked to join the board of the first tee of Greater Baltimore. Uh, that was over 15 years ago, and I've been involved with golf and the first tee ever since. I believe it's important to give back, whether you're working in the private sector, whether you're working for a not-for-profit. We all have a responsibility to give back to the next generation, to give back our time and our knowledge, and to mentor those who come behind us. So that's how I got involved, and I'm still doing it today, Damon.
Sinclair, you also work with the National Links Trust, which is a non-profit focused on protecting and maintaining the affordability of municipal golf in the United States. Is it fair to say that affordability can't be divorced from the idea and the goal of further diversifying the game?
Amen. It's affordability, and it's also accessibility. I think overall, we've made great strides in making golf more affordable, but it's also that access, and that's one of the reasons why National League Trust is undertaking these projects in Washington D.C. It's to provide greater access, not just to golfers who played the game for years, but for new golfers, and to reach out to a new generation of golfers. So, to your point, I think it's important that golf remains affordable, but it also remains accessible in a way that's welcoming and open to all sorts of people.
Sinclair, I want to go back to your time in Baltimore. What were the challenges and opportunities from your time at First Tee Greater Baltimore in attracting young people? We're talking about a part of the country where poverty levels are upwards of 20% in Baltimore.
Well, I would say the great thing, Damon, is that we were fortunate to have a great player, a great African American player, Tiger Woods, really doing great things in the game. And so during my time at the First Tee, it was really kids came to the First Tee because they heard about Tiger Woods. They actually thought that Tiger Woods was the First Tee. That wasn't necessarily true, but we had so many kids who came to the game just because of the things that he had brought and accomplished in the game. And so our challenge at the First Tee was not really to bring kids to the game. Our challenge was to sustain them in the game, to keep them playing at an early age and keep them playing throughout their high school and college as well. One of the things that I always tell kids is that golf is a game of a lifetime, and that you can play it while you're in high school, you can play it while you're in college, but it's a game you play your entire life. And that's the message that we're telling kids, is that we're going to start early, and this is a game that's going to carry you through your entire life.
On that point of it being a game of a lifetime, Sinclair, I'm curious what has been the most effective or impactful program in diversifying this game that you've seen, because we tend to focus a lot on juniors and programs like the First Tee and Kids on Course. But are there lessons to be learned there for golfers who are older than juniors, who perhaps aren't as welcome or as involved in the game as they would like to be?
Well, one of the things that we're working on at the USGA, a number of different things, Eamon. One of the things that's most exciting to me is the Pathways internship, which started 3 years ago at the Country Club at Brookline, and we continued it last year at LACC, and we will continue it again this year at Pinehurst during the U.S. Open. And we bring 20 kids in for an immersive experience. And what it's really about is telling the story that golf is not just a game to be played, but it's a game that you can have a career in, that you can be immersed in personally and professionally. And so one of the greatest things for me as an executive committee member at the USGA is seeing these kids in the Pathways program come to the U.S. Open, but not only volunteer during the U.S. Open, but to be engaged throughout the year. And we've had 25 the first year, 20 in the last 2 years, including 20 this year. What's most encouraging to me is that 40% of those kids are now working in the golf industry. So for me, it comes full circle. We start very early with kids in the First Tee, and one of the things that we focus on at the USGA is providing opportunities for kids in the game long term as a career professionally.
Sinclair, I've met some of those kids at Brookline. They're sharp, they're hungry, but there has been some pushback nationally against DEI programs compared to, say, 2020. From your position at the USGA and several golf-related boards, what have you seen in the golf space? Is the appetite still there for diversity programs?
I think the appetite is still there, Damon, and I'll phrase it this way. I think it's about how intentional we are about programs. Are we looking for programs that look for predefined outcomes at the beginning, or are we looking for grassroots intentional programs that really look to make an impact long term? For me, DEI doesn't start in the boardroom. It doesn't start in corporate America. It starts with young people. And that's one of the reasons why I've been so passionate about these junior and youth golf programs, because I believe DEI starts in the hearts of children and the impact that you can have on them. That's not to say that we're not going to have programs, David, at the corporate level and national level. But for me, seeing the impact of diversity and sportsmanship and camaraderie that we have with young people, to me, they are the future of DEI, and that's the lens at which I look through.
Well, Sinclair, speaking of the corporate level, just last week, the Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said that diversity is good for his business. Why do you think companies and boards and organizations benefit from diversity? What is the positive of diversity?
Quite simply, it's reflective of our communities, Damon. I mean, we don't have to look any further than that. We want our sports, we want the boardroom, we want corporate America to reflect the diversity and the richness of our communities. And so we're all better when our boardrooms and our youth programs reflect the diversity which is inherent in our communities already. And so, to Cuban's point, diversity has a positive and meaningful impact on business, but it's because we look at things through the lens of our community. And when businesses and when not-for-profit organizations look and respond to the needs of our community, I think we all benefit.
Sinclair, we appreciate your time on this very important American holiday. Look forward to seeing you at Pinehurst and throughout the golf year.
Thank you so much, Damon. Thank you, Eamon. And wishing everyone a happy MLK Day.
And you as well. As we go to break, we continue to remember and honor the life of Martin Luther King Jr. Golf Today is back after this.